You're most likely here for one of three reasons. First, you either own a business and you want to buy a building for your business, or you're looking for a cash infusion to grow your business. Maybe you are ready to become a real estate investor and you really aren't sure where you should start looking for financing. Or three, you already own investment properties but have only used residential mortgages and you want to understand how a commercial loan can benefit you. Whichever group you're in, even the ones I haven't mentioned, don't feel bad if you feel a bit clueless when it comes to the types of loans that are available called commercial loans. By the time I started learning about all the options available to real estate investors and small business owners, I had already closed on 4 or 5 commercial loans. I had no idea as an owner of a residential mortgage company that I could offer commercial loans and that there were so many great options out there and how much there is to learn in order to grow your business, no matter what type of business that is. That's why in this video, we're going to be talking about what a commercial loan is, where to get a commercial loan, how to apply for one of these commercial loans, and how to get approved when you do apply. I'm Megan Marsh, owner of Keystone Alliance Mortgage and Keystone Capital, a commercial and residential loan brokerage. And we are a broker, an independent broker, because we believe in our clients' dreams and we're willing to fight relentlessly for them by offering many products and services that you're not going to find at your local banks, single retail lenders, and even some other brokerages. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you get notified when we release a video each week that could help you propel forward with your business and with real estate. So let's start with, what are commercial loans? Commercial loans are loans that are offered by banks and investors who are looking to lend money based on how good of an investment and return that's presented to them on a business or a building. And it's not being used. Commercial loans don't get used for anything that is personal use. Commercial loans can be lent to an individual, an LLC, but they always have to be on a piece of real estate or on a business that is going to be income producing. There are many different types of commercial loans, but the easiest way to understand them is that they fall into 3 main buckets. And so to keep it simple, these 3 main buckets, there's your regional lenders, your very vanilla products, which is closest to your, residential mortgages, or local lenders. Rates are usually pretty reasonable. Then you also have to almost always, it's called recourse debt, where they can take the property and your personal assets. Then you've got the second bucket, which is your agency debt. That's where Fannie and Freddie make some rules, and these have really good rates, and you have to fit within their bucket. And then the third and final one is commercial mortgage-backed securities, and it's the market of investors that pool loans together throughout the United States. And they get pooled by risk levels and usually are either bigger loans or they're products that are very non-traditional. Some examples are rental loans, fix and flips, SBA loans, hard money loans, mezzanine. We are going to get into these in another video and explain them further. So if you want to understand more about the different commercial loan types we just mentioned, down in the description, there will be a link to the video where we walk you through how commercial loans work. You can access it just by clicking on the link. Let's talk about now where to get a commercial loan. So for years, I would go to the local bank that I did my business banking with, and we would take the financing that they had available, which was pretty much one product. We would put 20, 25% down, not ever question the options that were out there in the marketplace. It is very hard to find one-stop shopping at any lender because most lenders niche in just a few products or just a certain property type. And so for this very reason, finding and teaming up with a good commercial broker is one of the best relationships you will form when you're investing or growing a business. The best lenders for commercial loans, in my opinion, are those brokers, but let's first just talk real quick about our local banks that you have that relationship with. They are wonderful for your bank accounts, for your lines of credit, and it could be your best avenue when you get a little bit more experience. So you can always talk to them, but I do find that they're not always going to have some of the things you might need, so it's a really good idea to search around. Your private investors, these are the people who are looking to lend money, their own money, and get a return, maybe more than they can get a return in the marketplace. It could be someone that you know, it could be someone who works through a broker lending their money, but they privately lend money and can do things that really not a lot of other places will do. And then your commercial brokers, like at Keystone Capital, this is, in my opinion, going to be your best bet. They will shop the deal for you so you don't have to call and shop around yourself. You will never find all the options on your own. These brokers know which lenders specialize in what products, and they aren't going to waste your time or theirs by telling you that they can do something that they know they can't. You can even buy a commercial property with your old 401k account if you have enough funds in it to buy the building outright, and this is called self-directed IRAs. So now let's talk a little bit about how to apply and get a commercial loan. So my best advice is be prepared and start understanding and have some knowledge when you go in to meet with a loan officer. There are some documentation pieces that I recommend any business owner or real estate investor have ready, have prepared and updated at all times. Things like a personal financial statement, an executive summary, why the deal makes sense, a list of all your real estate and debt, a resume, and some type of credit report with at least a score on there. And if you have those things, that's when you can go and start having conversations with a broker, maybe your lender that you have your bank accounts with, and start figuring out what's going to fit best for you. Now let's just briefly talk about how to get approved for a commercial loan and just the areas that they focus on, not the process, but the areas. So lenders in the commercial space, they like to focus on the area that the property's in. They want to make sure it's an area that is going to be okay. If it's in a market that is, kind of tanking, people are moving out of it, it could be harder to finance that property. They're going to want to know the rent. They're going to want to know what's called feasibility. Like, does it make sense? Do the numbers work? Is there cash flow? They are going to want to know the people involved. So if you are buying through an LLC that's owned by multiple people, they're going to want to know about each person. And it's not the same as residential mortgages, which we are going to have a video comparing the two, but they're going to want to know some information on each owner in the business. And then the last thing, which we also will do in a separate video, is the 5 C's in commercial lending. The 5 C's, I think, are a key to getting loans approved, and we will dig into them. So make sure you go check out the other videos in the commercial series. So let's now talk about, before we finish up, how do you qualify for a commercial loan? So most lenders are looking for experience, and I've seen commercial lenders before deny someone simply because they have no experience in the commercial space. The best advice we can give is to approach a commercial lender prepared and open. Request a meeting with that lender if it's that first time meeting. Bring materials showing your experience, what your plans are. Bring the basic information they all want, such as the personal financials I just talked about, the rent roll on the property. Ask questions of them. Find out what they're looking for and who they like to lend to. And one last thing, they might give you conditions, meaning maybe they'll help you get approved, but they might require you to maybe get that property managed by a professional property manager. They may say they want to review your financials every year, even though you've already been approved. That's okay. And getting into commercial lending is a game of give and take, and you have to learn, and it's something new that you're going to be learning. So if you want to learn more about commercial loans, and if you qualify for one of the loans that we have started discussing in this video, all you need to do is click on the link in the description and give the information, and someone from our team will reach out and schedule a time to talk to you. We'll be there to guide you, answer your questions, and point you in the right direction. We hope that this video gave you the insight you're looking for, and that you'll join us for more information on one of our next videos. And if you know someone who could benefit from this information, please share this video with them. Remember to hit that subscribe button, the bell, to get further notifications. And if I didn't answer one of your questions, we would love to see your feedback in the comments. Otherwise, continue to check out all the other home buying, home owning, business tips on our channel, and tune in for next week's video.